What's good? YouTube. Fight fans all over the world. Real Talk Boxing back at you again. Now, I hear that Tyson Fury is saying that Deontay Wilder could knock out all the other heavyweights in the heavyweight division. He says because he beat him, he thinks that all they have to do, all the other fighters have to do is just go forward in order to beat Deontay Wilder. Be aggressive. Well, I mean, some of them might think that. But if you really watch the fight, the second fight that is, and the first fight, honestly. Well, let's just say this. There were two different Tyson Furies. You had the Tyson Fury in the first fight who was slim, depleted, dehydrated, and had lost a buttload of weight, who really wasn't in fighting shape. And then you have the hydrated, bulky, huge, fighting, in shape, hydrated Tyson Fury. The one who was ready. So obviously, if Deontay couldn't beat him then, he wasn't going to beat 100% Tyson Fury. Anyway, so he did a lot more in that second fight than just come forward and be aggressive. He showed a lot of feints. He popped the jab up and down, a lot of head movement. He went in at angles. He came out at angles. He worked the body. He did a lot of things. He would shoot a combination, half step back, and then jump back in. He did a lot of things than just come forward. But I don't know if I buy the fact that he thinks that Deontay Wilder could beat all the other heavyweights, knock them out. And here's why. There's a couple of things. First off, Deontay Wilder's competition, who has he really fought? Now, it would be different if he had fought and beat some top-level competition. I mean, the guy's been fighting, 11, 12 years? And majority of his fighters, his opponents were bums and mediocre at best. I mean, he fought Ortiz at an older age. He fought Areola, who really can't box. And he fought Stavern and beat him for the WBC, but Stavern's tailor-made for him. He's flat-footed. He doesn't move his head. He's a slow counter-puncher, and he stands right in front of you. I mean, those are just facts. Just facts. And I'm trying to be nice. And so how could he say he could beat all the other heavyweights? I mean, he's like Dillian White. The only one Dillian White hasn't beat is AJ, but he's beat everybody else. You know, so you could make an argument about Dillian White, saying that about Dillian White, but not Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury's smart. He's very strategic, and he says things for a reason. He wants to amplify the win over Deontay Wilder because if he holds a win, he holds a legitimate L over Deontay. But if he amplifies it, that makes him look that much more better. That much better. Excuse me. So I don't buy it when he says that he thinks Deontay Wilder will knock out all the other heavyweights, because I just like it's not true. It's not. I mean, I don't believe it. I mean, I believe Dillian White would wipe the floor with him. I do believe AJ will beat him. I believe Parker would beat him, honestly. And I mean, I'd go as far as to say Chisora, you know, and maybe even some of the up and coming contenders like Dubois. You know, I mean, you can make that case because his resume isn't that good. I mean, the guys that he fought that had a name were past their prime. So I believe Tyson Fury is saying that for a reason. He wants to amplify the win to make himself look that much better. And can you really blame him? Can you blame him? But I just don't buy it because of those facts that I just stated. Really not my opinion. It's just facts. So what do you think when Tyson Fury says that Deontay Wilder will knock out all the other heavyweights? Do you buy that? Do you think that's true? Really sit down and think about it. Now, don't get me wrong. Tyson Fury fought a brilliant fight in both fights. And he did lay down the blueprint to beat Deontay Wilder. He did. He exposed him. And that doesn't go to say that any other fighter can't do the same thing. Because if you study, if you're watching tape, you know, You're gonna use a little bit of what he used in his second fight to pull out the victory. I mean, these fighters aren't dumb. They do their research. So, I mean, for him to say he'll knock out all the other heavyweights, I just don't believe it. I don't believe it at all, Tyson. You ain't pulling that over me, man. You ain't pulling it on me. As always, respect all, fear none. God bless till the next time. Real Talk Boxing. We out, baby. Peace.